Okay, so welcome to another quick episode of Authortube. Now, just as a quick disclaimer, these Authortube videos that I'm doing here right now are meant to be like headspace videos. The how-tos, the technicalities, the rules, etc., etc. I have a totally separate plan for that, and it's much more entertaining because that's part's more educational, so I want to make it amusing and stuff. But these particular videos are to do with headspace because as creators, we all know that headspace is important to our craft, right? Like if your head is not in the game, you have a problem. And that's the topic of this video is like what do you do when your head's not in the game? And a lot of things can trigger that in terms of why your head is not in the game. We have life stuff, work stuff, whatever stuff. But there is one item that is common. I've heard this plenty of times, and I'm going to explain why this is a false thing to believe. And where writers say, I've lost my drive to write, or I'm working on a story and I'm stuck, or they blame writer's block, or some form of like stoppage has occurred in them proceeding forward with their story or craft or whatever they're doing. So this is why it's not true. If you're stuck on a story, right, you come to a halt, you've hit your wall, for whatever reason your mind is drawing blanks, that doesn't mean anything. What it means is simply you've come to a point where you need to move the story forward, and to do that, instead of coming up with something new and being, I'm out of ideas, I don't know what to do, what you do is you already have the material prior to this wall. You have the questions, you have the mystery, you have the thrills, you have the action, you have perhaps the romance, you have whatever elements already in play previous to your wall. So all you do is simply look back, see what's occurred, see what elements are there, pick one, and then proceed with that. And then that in turn will get the ball rolling again, and then in turn, you might start pulling some other stuff from the previous portion prior to that wall. You might start coming up with some new stuff, and then the story rolls and rolls and rolls until it's complete, whether it's a short story, a novel, novella, whatever it is. But that's how you do it, right? Like you haven't actually hit a wall. You kind of just come to a place where you've kind of said everything that needs to be said. You want to go forward, but you're not sure. You're thinking too much about like saying something new. Whereas no, at this particular point in the story, you don't need to say anything new. You're good. You already said the new stuff. What you need to do now is take the new stuff that you just said, expand a bit on it, let the ball roll again, and then other new things will occur. That's how it goes. And I mean, I've been there plenty of times myself, and that's all you do is you just pick something that was hinted at in the narrative, earlier on, or an element or a decision or a moment or whatever it might be that is the catalyst to go forward. And so that's what I suggest, is just simply like your headspace to kind of realign it in that respect. You're not stuck. You have everything there. Everything was flowing, right? It's all in your head. You have everything you need. Just grab something, find it hopefully a good thing, and then use that to push forward. And then the snowball will start, and again, the new things will come. The new things that will feed the story, that will serve the story of all the stuff that came previous. Sorry for all the hand gestures, that's kind of the illustration of it all. But anyway, yeah, so that's basically it. How to get unstuck is you could just simply look back. Where was I? Oh yeah, okay, this thing happened. All right, okay, let's take that and let's do this. And then again, the new things follow. So that's the headspace on how to get unstuck, is just you're actually not stuck. You're kind of lying to yourself in that respect. So kind of get over that hump, get over that lie, and realize, actually, I'm not stuck. I have the story, and all I need to do now is just take some of these elements and pull it through to start snowballing the process to new things. Okay, that's the long way. I meant this video to be short, but it's the long way of saying you already have what you need. Don't panic. Just take it and move it. All right, next Authortube video. Subscribe, like, comment, and if you have tips as to how to overcome the writer wall, throw them in the comments. I'm sure other writers would love to hear your version of how this works, because again, every writer is different. Everybody approaches the craft slightly differently, right? So I'm just giving you what I do, and it works for me, and it worked for others when they've asked me for some assistance. Perhaps it might work for you too. So yeah, you're not 100% stuck. You have what you need. Just get that part out of your head, and then the dam is removed, and therefore everything else will go through. Take care.